Welcome to ROX Radio, the future of rock and metal. This week's special feature.
Hey, now don't stay in place. There's so much more for us to chase. Hey, now can you see? We've got to keep on feeling free. Hey, now peace if you want it. There's a place where we can hide. Hey, now it's a peace if you want it. Shut your eyes and look inside. Take it higher. Why must we sacrifice one desire? Take us to paradise. And I say, who cares anyway? We're not so far away. Who cares anyway? No time for yesterday. Hey, now, don't say a word. How can a song be sung if it isn't heard? Hey, now, we're free as a bird. When will this fight be over? Hey, now, it isn't right. Brothers starving through the night. Hey, now, it isn't right. Sisters losing their appetite. Go the distance. Why must we sacrifice for this existence to become paradise? And I say, who cares anyway? We're not so far away. Who cares anyway? No time for yesterday. Who cares anyway? We're not so far away. Who cares anyway? No time for yesterday.
Alright, mate. Let's go, please. So, Jack, tell us about Piston.
Well, we're basically made up of 4 people from the Midlands, and we've got a singer from down south, so we're scattered all over England, really. We're just a blues rock act, and we're about to release our debut album on 13th of September.
How are you coping with as you say, you've got different band members scattered all over the country? That must take some organising.
Yeah, so, well, the way we've always worked as a band is that the 4 of us write music together because we all live in the same town. So we live in Staffordshire. And then we get the music together, we record it, we send it to our singer Rob, who lives down south. He records his vocals and his melodies, and then we get together, and then it's all ready to go then. So he'll have all the vocal melodies and all the songs ready, and then we play it together, and it's a song done. That's the way it works.
Very organised.
We try to be. It sounds a lot more organised now than it actually does at the time.
For a rock band, it's organised.
Yeah, well, we try.
Your first lead single off it's called Rainmaker, which we've all been listening to, and we think it's an excellent song.
Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind of you.
Is that a typical sort of song off the album?
Yes, well, basically the story is that we recorded a whole album, and then we decided to scrap it all because after we listened back to it, after it was recorded, we just realised that it wasn't really us, and so we kind of went back to the drawing board again, and we rewrote all the songs, and Rainmaker was one of the very first song we wrote for the album, and you can probably hear it in the track. It's a very exciting track because we're all in a room together. A lot of it was tracked live as well for that song in particular, and we're just having a good time, and you can feel the energy. It wasn't done to a click track. None of this modern production technique. We all got in a room, we recorded the song, and that was it, and that was the result.
It's worked out well.
Yes, we think so. We're very happy. It was a tough decision to scrap the first album, but it definitely paid off very well because the reviews and the airplay of these tracks has done phenomenally well. So,
well, as you say, a lot of music these days is done to click tracks, and it all sounds very sterile.
well, that's it. That we made the album we did that we scrapped, it was all done to click tracks. Everything was overdubbed and lots of guitars and lots of layers, and it got to the point when we brought it in to start like rehearsals for the tours, and it just wasn't doable having 6 guitar tracks in one song, and it was at that point we thought, you know what, this isn't right for us, we need to do something else. So it was a really, really tough decision, but we scrapped it and we started again with a different producer, and it worked out amazing. So and the producer's Dan Swift, he's done Iggy Pop and Depeche Mode, he's brilliant. So
Well, I suppose you've got to think as well how these songs are going to be performed live as well.
that was a big thing. It was almost that we went in and we couldn't accurately play these songs because there's only 2 guitar players. So we thought, right, what we're going to do, and we re-recorded everything, and everything that's on this new record, on our debut album coming out September 13th, is exactly what you're going to hear live. There's mistakes on the record, there's tempo changes, there's excitement. It's all about energy. We're not a perfect band, but rock and roll's not meant to be perfect either. So everything you hear on this record, it was done all together in a room, and there's a lot of energy in it. These songs are just about taking the listener on a journey like a rock and roll roller coaster. So,
And talking of playing live, you're joining the Planet Rock Presents tour?
we sure are. That was confirmed today. So we have 8 dates with Gorilla Riot and Hannah Wickland, and it's a really cool tour that Planet Rock have put together and put us on. So basically, each night one of the bands will headline, and they alternate every night. So everybody gets their chance to in the limelight, so to speak. So we're very, very excited, and that with the Collateral tour, we're going to be busy boys.
Deservedly so.
Yeah.
Because you've got some other live shows as well lined up, haven't you?
Yeah, so we've got September, when the album comes out, we pretty much have a tour straight through. It's a co-headline tour with Collateral. And then as soon as we finish that one, we're back out with the Planet Rock Roadstars tour as well. So we're very busy.
Is there going to be another single off the album to follow up from Rainmaker?
Yeah, so the first 2 we had One More Day and Rainmaker, and there'll be a 3rd single which will be Blow It Away, and that'll be coming out towards the album, towards September 13th, and that's when that one will debut.
Well, rest assured that'll be on ROX Radio as well.
Yes, I'm sure it will be.
Well, I guess what I was wondering was, with going back to click tracks and things like that, how, I mean, you're obviously a very real rock and roll band. No disrespect to other bands, but how do you feel about the way music is heading, especially rock?
That's a tough question, because it all depends on the band, doesn't it? These click tracks and this sort of production technique the techniques, they work well for certain types of music, but for us, we're a blues rock band, it didn't work that well. So, but for the heavier bands, then I 100% see why they do it, to really layer up, and when they play to click tracks live and backing tracks live, which that's an art in itself, don't get me wrong. But for us, our idols, they go way back, so, and they never did it, and we realised we're not a band that should really be doing that either, so we kind of stripped it back, and here we are.
So, talking of idols, who are your idols?
Wow, mine will be very different to everybody else's in the band, so it's a bit of a strange one, really, because for me, some of the older bands, so you've got the Faces, all those sort of types, the Led Zeppelin, some really going back, and then some of the new bands like Rival Sons are brilliant, the Temperance Movement are brilliant, so these kind of bands are what really gets us going. But our music in particular is quite heavy for a blues rock band, and then when our singer Rob, who's got a lot of influences from like Rod Stewart and all these vocalists and Free, he really creates something a little bit different, I believe. So, but it sounds great. The record's awesome. I'm very happy with the way it's came out.
That's great. That's great. Have you got any advice for any up and coming new band who's just starting out?
I think we're all just starting out. I think for a really fresh new band, I'd say don't approach the big people too soon. That's what I would say. And that's a mistake we made very early on, really trying to push in with the big guys, and you're just not ready for that at that point in time. You need to do the awful gigs. You need to do where you play to no one, where you play to 1,000 people. You need to do a range of absolutely everything and really get your craft honed in, and so you feel happy with it. You have to do a few years of playing to, the bar staff or playing to your friends or your family, and really build it up that way organically, because it's very difficult to, unless these musicians are seriously high caliber, it's going to be very difficult for a band just to come in and jump straight in with the big boys and start playing. These are the bands that I think seem to last the longest and have the longest longevity, really, and lifespan, of the bands that have all grown up together and worked together and been through everything together. So that's my advice. Just take it easy, work your way up, and the opportunities and the music will start speaking for itself. Because you have to write a few terrible songs, to get some of the good ones. You don't start writing belters straight away.
How did you come up with the name?
That's Piston's actually got no meaning whatsoever, the name, unfortunately. I wish I could give you a nice elaborate story about it, but it really doesn't. So for years, there was just 4 of us, and we had no singer. And we thought, right, well, we need to start gigging and we need to get a singer. So let's just pick a name and we'll go with it. And it was meant to be Pistol, right? But somebody wrote down the wrong thing and put Piston in, and we put all these names in a hat, and it was the first one we drew out. And we thought, well, that's a name, so let's just stick with it. And now here we are. We haven't changed it, so I wish I could give you a great story, but it's not really.
That's fine. I just wondered whether you was all into cars or something.
Yeah, well, we are a rock and roll engine made up of pistons, I guess, so you can bring it back to that.
That's brilliant then. Thank you very much, Jack.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
We'll let you know when the article's online, and hopefully we'll see you at the station in Cannock, because it's local to us.
That'd be brilliant. That'd be great to see you. Thank you.
All right then. Thanks a lot, Jack.
Okay, let's speak soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay in place. There's so much more for us to chase. Hey now, can you see? We've got to keep on feeling free. Hey now, peace if you want it. There's a place where we can hide. Hey now, it's a peace if you want it. Shut your eyes and look inside. Take it higher. Why must we sacrifice? One desire, taking us to paradise. And I said, who cares anyway? We're not so far away. Who cares anyway? No time for yesterday. Hey now, don't say a word. How can a song be sung if it isn't heard? Hey now, we're free as a bird. When will this fight be over? Hey now, it isn't right. Brothers starving through the night.